Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints.
Herbert to throw right away.
They'll find Everett there, complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play...
And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And now to the air, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Andy Dalton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
DeAndre Carter back deep. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 62 yards.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
It's showtime. Let's go, y'all. Let's go do this thing, baby. Bring it. I got you, baby. Get ready. Get ready. It's up again, baby. Let's go, man.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Try to get that one to Chris Olave.
And that'll bring up second down.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Dalton.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Dalton. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Again, he's got that man Landry.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw here, Dalton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Dalton off play action.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Draw play. It's Eckler.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler.
Down to about the 32.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 7.
Herbert, open man is Palmer. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
showtime, baby. This is your game, baby. Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's go. Get to it. Playmaker, step up. It's what's game time, baby. Hey, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Let's go. This is where you step up. Get something together. This is your game, baby. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. That's right.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Complete, Smith has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Dalton now to pass. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and 10 for Dalton.
Olave over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So Dalton now. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Xander Horvath. A touchdown run there from a yard out.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go now. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. You know what we need, baby. Bring it. Let's go, baby. Come on now. All right, let's do it again, man.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Andy Dalton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Dalton. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Throwing, Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you, because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit them with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do?
This one taken in by Olave. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Forced out and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And Dalton to throw. They still can't get him. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's showtime, baby. Let's do this, man.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. It's Eckler again. Good footwork at the 30. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He finds his target, Allen.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Eckler now between the tackles.
69 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert.
And it's caught. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Michelle.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Xander Horvath
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.